And I'm sure you never thought of it this way, but your body is a cash machine. This is all according to a recent Bloomberg report showing that products like hair, breast milk, and eggs are doubling as hot commodities on the market for some cash-strapped Americans. Industry officials say people are hoping to trade spare body fluids, tissues, and other parts, all, of course, for the right price. Take a look at what the going rate is for some of this stuff. For blood plasma, donors can charge anywhere from $20 to $50. For a shot of sperm, you're looking at about $100. For a beautiful long hair ponytail, you could expect $200. And for a fertile egg, that's the big moneymaker. There's a potential to rake in approximately $7,000. Clearly, this is not chump change. So here to talk about this very niche market and the potential for its growth going forward, I'm joined by Robin Hanson, Associate Professor of Economics at George Mason University. Robin, thank you so much for joining me. I want to take a look at some more numbers. So visits to bloodbanker.com, which is a cash for plasma website, are up by 50% this fall. Thehairtrader.com has seen about a 20% growth in traffic. And Shady Grove Fertility Center, where women are donating eggs, has seen a 13% increase in applicants just since last year. Why are people turning to this as a viable form of income right now?
People want and need money. People are hurting sometimes, and these markets are getting easier. It's getting more flexible and easier to trade these things, and people get value out of the other end of the deal. So some people want to buy, other people want to sell.
So do you think this expansion could be attributed to more than just a bleak economy? Could it be that people are just feeling a little bit more altruistic these days? Could it be that there's just way more websites and businesses that offer these kinds of services?
I don't know, but I guess that over the long run, it's just going to get easier to do these things. The more flexible markets we make, the more different ways, the more you can go to a website and arrange for it, it'll just get easier to do it and without going through all the trouble.
Now, if this market does expand with more and more people wanting to sell their bodily products, do you expect that we'll see a decrease in the prices of these bodily products? And do you think that could be a good thing or a bad thing, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, whether the price goes up or down depends on whether there's a bigger increase in demand versus an increase in supply. I would love to see a big increase in supply to get the price down, but if the demand goes up too, then the price could go up as well.
And should we be worried that this could possibly further stratify the economy? Considering we'll see more low-income donors selling these products. Obviously selling to wealthier people, wealthier buyers. Do you see any problems in this at all, or?
Well, I would see this mostly as a response to poverty, a way to deal and help deal with. So if you were a poor person and you had a gold watch and we said you're not allowed to sell the gold watch, sorry, it has to remain a family heirloom, then that would hurt you, that you'd be limited in what you're allowed to sell. Similarly, if you want to sell your hair, then it will help you to be able to sell your hair. It's not causing the poverty to let you sell something. It's helping you out of your situation of poverty if you've got something valuable that you can sell that will help you in your situation.
And who do you think are the majority of the people that are going to be looking to put their bodily products out there? What kinds of people would you say they would be, demographic-wise or whatever?
Well, there'll be a certain just convenience. If you happen to need money and you happen to have a nice head of hair, then you might sell your hair. If you happen to need money and there's a convenient way to sell some blood, then you might do that too. So the more easy we make this, the more it'll be a matter that somebody will just do it at the last moment, say.
And do you imagine it might actually be difficult? Not everybody, and there might be a limited amount of people that can do this, because maybe as it becomes more competitive, they're only going to want people with the best hair, the best eggs, the best everything.
Possibly that could happen eventually, but in the short run, we have this huge need for organs that in terms of kidneys and eyes and other things like lungs. And so we have a huge need for those people to have those things, and a lot of people die because there aren't enough organs like that available. So if we could increase the supply of things like that, that would save a lot of lives out there, and that would be great.
And do you think we should, continue this debate about whether organs should really, be available for sale? If you look at Google, if you type in "sell my blank," one of the first things that comes up is "sell my organ," "sell my kidney." So do you think we should perhaps open the conversation to selling something like that?
Well, the question is, Why don't you want somebody to sell things? So one story could be, it's a bad deal, right? Sometimes we want to prevent sales of things if it would just be a bad idea to sell it. You just shouldn't sell it. But if these things are actually helping people, then the shame is that they're poor enough to even consider it. And obviously poverty is a bad thing. We would like to get rid of poverty. But again, keeping poor people from selling things to help themselves doesn't prevent poverty. It makes it worse.
Right, make very interesting points. Well, it is a pretty crazy topic. I appreciate you coming on and breaking some of that down for us. Robin Hanson, Associate Professor of Economics at George Mason University. Thank you.